All of you, because none of us would be enjoying our freedoms without the dedication of the women and the men who serve this great country. And we thank you for that service every day. And this is where I like to thank the veterans, because you can see to your right, this is where Pittsburgh thanks our war veterans. First up is the Korean War Veterans Memorial, and those white nameplates list those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. A little later in this park, there's also a Vietnam Veterans Monument, World War II Memorial, and one dedicated to law enforcement as well. Okay, we've run out of sidewalk, Jason, and there's our 4 o'clock crew waiting to take our place. There's a steel ramp here going onto the river. Notice on, not in. So picture your favorite roller coaster. Imagine you're at the top of that first big hill ready to go down. Tick, 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 tick. Hands in the air like you don't care. It's scream! Hey, Jason, you can open your eyes now because it really does float. I mean, of course it floats. We knew it would float the whole time. No doubt about it. Yeah, sure.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Sorry, put your foot up that hole real quick.
No, Jason. I put some duct tape on the underside of that hole. That duct tape.
Never mind. We're good.
I was on a roll when I did that, by the way.
Duct tape on a duck boat.
Kept us out of a sticky situation, Jason.
Man, oh man.
Man, oh man, indeed.
Whew. Carol, we're about 5 minutes actually early where we're supposed to be at. Do you want to take a little break?
Oh, yeah. I've been talking all morning. You've been driving all morning. You can use a break too. You know what?
I'll take a break. Go ahead.
If only you could find someone to drive this duck boat.
I already got my one person picked out right now.
All right, well, I'm walking away.
All right, Carol, you take your break. I'm going to switch these radios on really quick here. Just a second here, guys. All right, yeah, Carol, you're taking your break. I'm going to jump up and I'm going to take my break too. Whew. Man, oh man.
This is self-driving Uber.
Self-driving duck boat. Look at that right there. 1940. Who wants to come drive this duck boat today?
Omar does. Omar does.
Omar. Come on, let's go. I don't mind. This is my break time, guys. This is when I get to sit here and do absolutely nothing. Whoever drives gets to talk about the city as well. Just, yeah, you're driving too here, man. Mm-hmm. All right. Where do you hear? Hold this microphone. All right. Follow that red boat out ahead of us, okay? Yeah. So, what I want you to do, what's your name? Come on, give me 3 big quacks. Quack, quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
All right, now tell me about the river we're on right now. I'll be right back, okay? No, he was like, whoa. Let me have this thing back here. All right. Whew, man. I swear. Yeah, don't run nothing over. Don't hit this bridge thingy up here. Last time I hit that, I actually got a free haircut courtesy of the United States government. You guys are on 1944 World War. That never happened. World War II duck boat. D-U-K-W spells duck. Yes, I spelled that correctly. Now, the boat you're on right now, they would actually transport soldiers back and forth to the war. What they would do, they would load 50 soldiers right here onto this very boat. They would actually drive the soldiers over to the war. They would drop them off, get the wounded soldiers, bring them back to get medical attention. Now, the way they did that, they drove in and out of the water just like we actually just did today. Now, we have a steel ramp that's back here that's designed for our traction. They didn't have that steel ramp back in the 40s. Let's turn this way here for just a second here. Yep, keep turning. Because if we don't turn like that little bit of water swell that's coming right at us, that's going to come up the side of the boat, and it's going to come in, and it's going to come down on everyone's laps. All right, see how you did that right there?
Good job, Omar.
That's right, you didn't get them all wet. Ain't my problem if you get them wet now. All right, but they had a lever up here. 80% of this boat is actually original parts from back in the 40s, believe it or not. Now, what they did with this lever, they would actually take the lever, they would push it down, the tires would actually deflate down to 60 PSI. Tires would become wider, they have more traction on the mud, the rock, the gravel, the sand, whatever they need to do. Then they took the lever when they got back up to the highway, and they actually lifted that lever up. It would inflate the tires 120 PSI for highway driving. That's where they went on the highway. They called that the clever lever because it was very, very super clever. I actually call it a Tom Brady lever because it just deflates on the spot.
Oh!
Yep, I went there. This is my boat. No. On the right-hand side, see these steps over here, guys? Top of these steps, there's yellow umbrellas up there, and the name on the building, it says Jerome Bettis. That's Jerome Bettis Grill 36 right there. Has anybody ever been inside Bettis Grill 36? Put your hand up. Nobody. Man. Does anybody want to take a guess why it does that? Don't tell me, Cialis. Somebody said that to me the other day. They jumped up, his little guy. He was like, see, I was like, no, sit down. That's what he said to me, too. I said, sir, this is a family cruise. There's an anemometer built onto that water fountain right over there. Let's head out that way just a little bit. You're making me nervous now. Right there. There's an anemometer built onto that water fountain right there. And whenever the wind blows up the Ohio River too fast, the anemometer actually turns itself on. The water pressure will lower down. It keeps all the water in the 200-foot basin below. If it did not do that, that water pressure would be carrying the water itself all the way across Point State Park up to Wyndham Grand Hotel, which it has done many times. Here's your official captain's license right here. Watch your step. Watch that lever right there coming up. Thank you for coming up and driving with me today. Little step down right there as well. All right. You driving up? You coming to drive? You're fine. She's like, no. Who else is driving? All right. That big sign up there, though, the Connecting the City of Champions sign. That sign's actually been on that hillside right there since about the 1930s. The sign itself was an advertising sign. It used to light up. Does anybody on this boat, how many of you guys are from Pittsburgh at all? Anybody from Pittsburgh? Nobody? Do you remember that sign when it used to light up? Yes, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually took 5 tests because I did fill a test wrong. I missed one answer and they made me retake the whole entire test. But if I really wanted to, I could take you guys from Pittsburgh down to Cairo on this very boat if we really wanted to. Now, at the maximum speed, though, 6 miles an hour. Let's get them over here this time, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Quack, quack, quack!
Oh, see, they got Eliza driving. Nobody wants to drive over there either. Chance to do so. All right. Over on the left-hand side right now, coming into view, we do have Heinz Field, home to our 6-time Super Bowl winning champions, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, it's okay. I got the same feelings. No. Anyway, Heinz Field was actually opened up in 2001. There's 71,000 seats roughly up here at Heinz Field. Now, speak French? Yeah, I speak 7 languages. I have a past, and no, I can't say. With the word Reckman, it means shark, right? Yeah, speak some French to me. Bonjour. Chick cordon bleu. Champagne, green bean. I speak food language. Yeah, I'm a fluffy kid. The submarine itself was actually launched 1945, January 1, 1945. It was on its way over to the war. The war ended. It never actually made it to do one world patrol for World War II. Now, the submarine itself, after the war was ended, was taken around the world. It was actually turned into a training facility after they got done training it everywhere. They turned it into a floating museum down in Tampa Bay. That floating museum did go out of business. The Carnegie Science Center made a transfer on it. They actually put a transfer in 1990. They had this thing